So I have found that it's this really common thing for people who maladaptive daydream to have really bad anxiety. I mean, it kind of makes sense because a lot of people use daydreaming to kind of get away from reality, and I suppose if you're anxious and have anxiety, then it makes sense that you would maladaptive daydream. But anyway, I just thought, so I would just talk about some things that make me anxious. It's not random things. I've actually made a list of things that I'm going to talk about. So I've got the first thing is posting videos, and the reason I wanted to say this is just because, well, I have really bad anxiety about posting videos. That's why sometimes I don't actually post videos on Fridays, because it makes me anxious. I mean, I've only had one bad comment so far, and that's from somebody telling me that I talk like a turtle or something like that, and I talk really slow. And yes, in the video that they did comment, I do talk slow, but whatever. So anyway, the point is, I don't get bad comments or negative comments. But I suppose it's just, you know, putting yourself out there on the internet, and of course it's going to give you some anxiety, I suppose. I mean, yeah, so that's why I don't post on Fridays sometimes, because, and also the fact that I'm quite busy with my life, and, you know, but I still appreciate good comments. It encourages me. But let's move on to the second one, because I'm trying to do this without having to cut the video, like edit it. So the next one is crossing the road. So I don't know if it's because half the people where I live need to have their license taken off them, but oh my goodness, so many times I've been crossing the road and nearly died because people who are behind the wheel of a vehicle don't actually know the road rules and have tried to kill me. So many times that people who don't follow road rules have nearly driven me over, and it's a little concerning when you see people in like government cars nearly killing pedestrians because they don't know how to drive. But anyway, so when I go up to lights, I get really anxious about crossing the road. And I have this thing, I am not crossing the road unless there's that little green man, okay? No jaywalking, because even when there's a little green man walking, I still have anxiety about crossing the road. So it's not happening, period, unless there's a little green man, okay? Moving on to the next one, talking to new people. Oh, this one is so hard. Actually, no, this one depends. Sometimes I am completely unable to utter a single word to a new person I meet. However, sometimes I'm like really great with new people, and it's kind of weird, but you know, there are ups and downs when it comes to this kind of thing. So yeah, talking to new people sometimes is the hardest thing in the world, but sometimes it's totally easy, and I'm such an extrovert. But no, anyway, oh, this one I actually really want to say, because I want to know if somebody else does it, but it's not going to sleep on time. So I have this thing where I have to go to bed on time. I mean, I have to go to bed by a certain time. So I have this thing where I have to go to bed between the hours of 8 and 10, and I have to get up in the morning between the hours of 6 and 7. Or sometimes I'll do it from like 6 till 7:30. But I have this weird thing that if I'm still up and it's 10:05, I panic and I get so anxious about it. And then I end up staying up until like 2 o'clock in the morning because I spent 4 hours panicking over the fact that I hadn't, that I actually hadn't gone to bed on the times that I always have to go to bed. And it's so annoying. I actually said a thing about this on my Instagram story. Username is in the description, by the way. I post a lot of things about mental health on my personal one, and stuff more related to like maladaptive daydreaming and anxiety on my Silent Souls one, if you're wondering. Anyway, so yeah, I get really bad. I get so nervous and panicky when I don't go to bed by 10 o'clock, and then I just stay up till 2 o'clock panicking. It's a nightmare, and wow, I've never spoken so much in my life. Not waking up on time. Oh yeah, this is another thing. Not waking up on time, so not waking up before 7:30. I don't know why. Actually, no, I know why, but that's coming up in, yeah. I also want to know, does anyone else get this way? So the next one is losing things. Not losing things like in public, but when I lose things at home, say if I lose my, just anything, it can be anything, and I just get so panicky, like actually having a panic attack because I've misplaced something, and it could be something tiny like a paperclip, you know, and I don't know why this happens. It's kind of annoying. And you know, next one is the number 10. So I actually had 10 things for this list, but had to make it 12 because I hate the number 10. That's a bit weird of me, but you know, oh well. Oh, the next one is raw meat. I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't talk about it without like, whew. Anyway, seeing people I know in public, yes. I get so nervous about seeing people in public. If I see you, I love you, but if I'm not, I have to like mentally prepare myself to talk to people who are outside of my immediate family. So if I haven't done that mental preparation and I see someone that potentially might want to talk to me, I panic. And yeah. I mean, there are some people that, yeah, no, there's not. Anyway, not having enough time to daydream. So going back to which one, not waking up on time, I always panic that if I wake up too late, then I'm not going to have enough time in my day to complete everything that I need to do plus daydream. If that makes sense. Yeah, so I always get panicked about that. And not being able to find the right song for scenarios. So this is more frustrating, I suppose, than anxious. But sometimes I do feel like I'm going to have a panic attack. Like, I'm not throwing around the word panic attack. I'm being serious. Yeah. And yelling. Don't yell at me. Do not yell anywhere near me because I will crawl into a corner and not want to come out again. And I know there are a lot of people who feel the same way, so let's all just be friends and not yell. Anyway, who likes my shirt? So I love Dumbo. He has like fluffy ears. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you like my shirt because I like my shirt. Anyway, that is it for this video. So I just talked for like 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes, about things that make me anxious, and I'm gonna have to post this video and stay amazing.